The story of Esau, a tale of loss and redemption. Esau, the elder twin son of Isaac and Rebekah, was a man of the wilderness, a skilled hunter, rugged and impulsive. Born with fiery red hair and a body covered in coarse hair, he was a striking figure, in stark contrast to his quiet and cunning brother Jacob. Esau's story, found in the book of Genesis, is one of dramatic choices, bitter loss, and unexpected reconciliation. The birthright, a stew for a legacy. Even before Esau's birth, God foretold the twins' future to Rebekah, saying, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples from within you will be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." This prophecy foreshadowed the twists and turns of Esau's life. As the firstborn, Esau was entitled to the birthright, a double portion of the inheritance and the spiritual leadership of the family. But Esau's appetite became his downfall. One day, after returning from an unsuccessful hunt, he was famished. Jacob, seeing an opportunity, offered him a bowl of lentil stew in exchange for his birthright. "What good is the birthright to me if I die of hunger?" Esau exclaimed, sealing the deal with a careless oath. In that moment, Esau traded his divine inheritance for a fleeting satisfaction, a decision that would haunt him for the rest of his life. The stolen blessing. Years later, Isaac, now old and nearly blind, prepared to give his patriarchal blessing to Esau. The blessing, a solemn declaration of prosperity and divine favor, was highly prized. Isaac instructed Esau to hunt game and prepare his favorite meal, after which the blessing would be bestowed. But Rebekah, favoring Jacob, devised a plan to deceive Isaac. While Esau was away, she dressed Jacob in Esau's clothes and covered his smooth skin with goat hair. Jacob approached Isaac with a prepared meal, claiming to be Esau. Despite some suspicion, Isaac was convinced and blessed Jacob instead. When Esau returned and learned of the deception, his anguish was profound. He wept bitterly, pleading with Isaac, "Bless me, me too, my father." But it was too late. Isaac declared, "Your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing." Though Isaac gave Esau a lesser blessing, it lacked the richness of Jacob's. Furious, Esau vowed to kill Jacob after Isaac's death. Hearing of this, Rebekah sent Jacob away to her brother Laban in Haran. Esau's choices and consequences. Esau's bitterness drove him to actions that further distanced him from his family. In an apparent act of rebellion, he married two Hittite women, Judith and Basemath, who brought grief to Isaac and Rebekah. Later, in a misguided attempt to regain his parents' favor, Esau took a third wife, Mahalath, from the family of Ishmael. These decisions reflected his impulsive nature and lack of spiritual discernment. A new path and prosperity. Despite his earlier choices, Esau's life was not without redemption. Over time, he grew wealthy, establishing himself in the land of Seir, Edom. He became the father of the Edomites, fulfilling God's promise that he, too, would be the progenitor of a nation. Esau's descendants were notable for their strength and independence, often clashing with the Israelites, the descendants of Jacob. Yet Esau's prosperity highlighted God's mercy and faithfulness, even in the face of human failure. The reunion, forgiveness, and healing. Decades later, after Jacob had spent years in Haran, God instructed him to return to Canaan. Fearing Esau's wrath, Jacob sent messengers ahead with gifts, hoping to appease his brother. As Jacob approached, he prepared for the worst, dividing his family and possessions in case of an attack. To Jacob's surprise, Esau ran to meet him, embraced him, and kissed him. The brothers wept together, their reconciliation a powerful testament to the healing power of forgiveness. Esau's actions revealed a maturity and grace that had grown over the years, a stark contrast to the impulsive young man who had sold his birthright. When Jacob offered gifts as a gesture of peace, Esau responded, "I already have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have." His words demonstrated contentment and a willingness to move beyond past grievances. Esau's legacy. Esau's story is one of missed opportunities and costly choices, but it is also one of redemption and grace. Though he lost his birthright and blessing, Esau carved out his own destiny, becoming the father of a nation. His reconciliation with Jacob stands as a powerful example of forgiveness and restoration, showing that even the most broken relationships can be healed. Esau reminds us that while our choices shape our lives, God's grace is always at work, offering second chances and opportunities for growth.